time wherever you are out there. I know I am. It's an amazing Wednesday. Hello, Kevin. So I'm going to be doing a collective reading for everyone who comes in based off of some oracle cards that I pull right now. We got one, and let me go ahead and get another card out. Let's see what you are. Cool. Okay. We have our two cards, our two main topics for today. I'm going to pick up two more oracle cards for us to get started, and then once we get started, I will be open for individual readings on TikTok. Hello, Brittany. Hello, Aaliyah. Now, if you would like an individual reading, my goal today is the Metamorphosis gift. So if you do that, I will give you a much longer reading, 5-6 cards. You'll be able to ask me some questions. We'll spend some time on whatever you'd like to ask. If you want a shorter reading, the donut or the strawberry parfait, please. So for the collective, we have building blocks, card number 28. If the number 28 is relevant to you, 2, 8, or 1, actually 10 or 1, and this may be a very relevant message for you, so keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and turn over to page 28, and it says, strong foundations, a beautiful work in progress. You have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is a time when your focus needs to be on the foundations you build upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, and core beliefs. Are they still true for you? Will they stand the test of time and serve as the solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you're making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is truly a remarkable and beautiful design. So you are going in the right direction. You may not know quite what that direction is yet. You might not be completely sure, but the things you are being, the things that you're doing, the steps, even if they don't feel completely consistent to you, or you're not really sure how they're building, trust that spirit has something planned for you. The relationship message says, when you see this card, know that you are attracting new relationships into your life and solidifying the ones you already have by building them on the foundations of honesty, humility, clear communication, and a genuine desire to know one another. You are moving toward laying the groundwork for a relationship with the firm footing that will ensure it can withstand any storm. Long-standing relationships are also repaired and strengthened. You and the other person are stronger, wiser, and more powerful together than apart. So if you've been looking for new relationships, new solid connections with people, they are coming in now. And if you just needed to strengthen your relationship with others, that is happening as well. So be self-assured that things are happening in a good way. If you wanted to build community, you are. It is happening for you. We also have cardinal modality, okay? And it says, do not wait. Be bold and jump in. When you take swift action, things will begin moving in the right direction. So it's about being proactive. Okay, so if you've been a little hesitant, it does seem that you're doing things in such a way where spirit is saying you are building the life that you want, you're building the community you want, and you're building the connection you want. If you've been hesitant at all, feeling like you're not getting the signs back from the universe, spirit is acting to be just a little bit more proactive. Push a little bit harder. You will get the results that you were looking for, okay? So we have number 1. So I'm going to go ahead and flip over there and read what the booklet says specifically for cardinal modality. And thank you so much for the hearts, for the people who are putting hearts right now. And hello, everyone who is on YouTube. The cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. These are the initiators of the zodiac. If that's you, hello. They begin things, birth, getting things going, define the direction, unstick stagnant energy, and manifest their goals. In short, they are the ones who make things happen. Receiving this card is a sure sign that energy is getting moving in your life, but only if you're proactive about it. In other words, do not procrastinate, ruminate, or sit passively by. Take action, and soon. You likely already know or suspect what it is you need to swiftly swoop in and do. If that's the case, consider the following descriptions. Aries boldly jumps up and jumps in to get everything started. Cancer gently yet consistently gives birth to new waves of energy. Libra gracefully invites in and kicks off new relationships. Capricorn diligently plans for the future and takes incremental action to build those plans right away. So what is it? Are you initiating? Are you deep? Are you heart-centered or pragmatic? Whichever element is most at play in your current circumstance, invoke it, bring it in, be the fire, water, air, or earth. If what you're initiating is most related to Okay, so it's giving some manifestation goals. So, okay, so it's basically telling you to get in your best energy to build and do it in the way that is unique to you to get the best results. Okay, so we need to be proactive, building those blocks, building those communications, that energy. We're going to be the ones who set things off. You're not looking for a helping hand. You're not looking for somebody else to tell you what direction to go in. You just need to be more self-assured with the things you're already doing. Okay, so this is resonating again. If you want an individual reading, feel free to gift any of the ones on the bulletin, but the butterfly is going to get you the most invested, most involved reading right now. Okay, so we have 3 cards. Yeah, we're feeling not so sure about ourselves, and we've already kind of gone over that with the other cards, that you have what it takes. So no more second guessing ourselves. We also have the Queen of Pentacles. If you don't feel, oh, thank you so much for that heart puff. If you don't feel completely supportive right now, know that you will be. You're gonna have to work towards it. When we're in transition, when we're in between 2 different states, it's going to feel a little bit uneven. That's just the nature of the game. That's just what it is when we are going from one state to a different state. And I know that's pretty common sense when we like think about it esoterically or when we're not immediately involved, but then when you're involved and you're like trying to make changes and you're like, this is so different, it feels so different, it feels so strange. Yes, because you're doing something different, it's going to feel that way. It's not going to feel like before because you're not doing things like you used to. That is okay. Don't immediately think because it feels different that you're doing something wrong. If you want an individual reading, if you could, the donut, the strawberry parfait, or the butterfly, depending on how in depth you want the reading. And if you've already gifted something, feel free to gift something else that makes up the difference. So the 10 of Swords too, I have something that luckily is not over yet. So usually the 10 of Swords is kind of a harsh card, especially if it's upright. It's something that's dead, done, over with. With it in reverse, it's usually something lingering, something that is still going on. But since we've already got encouragement from Spirit that we're on the right direction, it's okay that this thing didn't quite end. It's okay that you held on a little longer. It may have been because you were like frustrated and unsure before, but you're going in the right direction. So now that you're more proactive and you feel more supported, feel free to keep going. Okay. So we are going to keep it going. What are some more cards that we can have? I hear this. I am doing well, Celestian Waves. And just so you know, I am on YouTube and TikTok. So if you see me showing cards, just kind of like off wherever, that is because I'm probably talking to the other camera. So no worries, my aim is not that bad. I just have another chat going on. So the 9 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you may not have hit your mark quite yet. Thank you so much for the rose. You may not have hit the mark that you've been wanting quite yet. That is fine. Don't put a timeline on your goals. Put just make new goals, small goals that are achievable every single day. That's how you advance. That's how you move forward. That's how you get things going the way that you want to. A lot of times we set these goals and we're like, can we reach it? But we don't actually know what a sizable goal that makes sense looks like for us yet. So you may be reaching like way too high. That doesn't mean it's not achievable. It just means you need more time or you need to do it in a different way. Make your goals for this new thing achievable. And then we have the 3 of Pentacles, okay? Teamwork makes the dream work. People are going to come in and they are going to help you. You're going to be able to do things together with other people. So if you've been turning down help or if you've been taking on too much yourself, know that there's others who want to reach out. There's others who want to help. There's others who want to support you. You just have to let them know how exactly to do that, okay? Let them in, especially if they've been asking other people that you already trust. Don't think you have to put your hands on every single thing. Again, if you would want an individual reading, we can do the donut, the strawberry parfait, or the butterfly, depending on how in-depth you want your reading to be. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to our next message for the collective. Hello, 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 everyone who is coming through. I appreciate you, and I appreciate all the hearts that I've been getting during this reading. I'm glad everything is resonating with you guys. Also, if you are just on TikTok, do know that I have a YouTube presence. If you're ever over there, I do have long form videos for you guys. So if you want to see something a little longer, if you want to pick a card reading, I would love to have you guys check it out, give some feedback, decide what may be interesting for you. The next reading is about never-ending story. We have card number 37, okay? So 37, 37, or yes, 10 are important numbers for you. Keep that in mind. This may be a sign that this was meant to reach you today. Oh, that is 27, not 37. There we go. 37, never-ending story, self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary dramas. There is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It is the old story where its refrain is that you cannot do this, must not go there, should not say that, thus your world come crumbling down. Today, know that none of this is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie, wants to protect you, and needs to be seen as a victim. Love and lost piece of you. Fear is all it knows. Distorted and guidance is preventing you from being your true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator simply is the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed, okay? So that is the sign from Spirit to stop listening to the nasty, mean voices in your head. We don't need to listen to that. When things go wrong and things repeatedly go wrong, we can look for solutions. What we don't need to do is look for why this always happens, this is so terrible, I did this again, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's just reflecting on something you can't change, the past. What can you do to change it? What can you do to solve it? And if you're not sure, just doing little things different until you haphazardly come up with a solution is still a way to move forward instead of like beating yourself up. I'm going to read the next part of this. Sometimes your heart enters into a contract with another that results in pain, not because of abuse or neglect, but from other more complex reasons: shame, fear of intimacy, low self-esteem, and the greatest challenges of the success of the relationship. Consider how valuable this knowledge is, however. Right now, you have an opportunity for important healing, but you must reflect on the stories you weave about love, connection, abandonment, rejection, and loneliness. And not only do you need to begin a new story, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself the old ones, have compassion for the part of you that believes all of those narratives. None of them were ever true anyway. You're probably doing a lot better than you're giving yourself credit for, okay? And then we have this other card over here, Mercury. It just came out the other day, and I love this card. It's hello. I do not actually do individual readings on YouTube just yet. When I get monetized, I will. The fastest way to get a individual reading on YouTube is to subscribe. So that once I get monetized, I can do that over there as well. So 13 says, communicate clearly now. Have a conversation to gain clarity and facilitate understanding. Okay, so there may be one in particular person or a particular group that you specifically need to communicate with, specifically need to get resolution with. Let's go ahead and see what else Mercury says. Okay. Clear now, have a conversation today. Verbally coordinate your efforts with another person or group so you can plan, co-create, and get on the same page. Mercury is a swift-footed messenger of the gods and the planet of wise and crystal clear communications. Remember that communications is not just about what you want or need to express, it's also about what others want and need to express to you, okay? So communication is a two-way street. Hello, over there on YouTube. It's a two-way street. So a lot of times we have all this backing behind ourselves, like, I need to communicate this, I need to communicate this, I need to what do as the other person need to communicate to you? That doesn't mean you have to agree with what they want to communicate, but you should hear it and process it so that they at least know that they were heard, so that when you give them a response, they can understand where you are coming from. So ask yourself, am I listening deeply? Is there someone I need to pay closer attention to in this situation? How can I be even more sensitive to the needs and perspectives of everyone involved? Also, do I listen well generally? Look, it's a big question. We all think we do. We all think we do. I get told I'm hard-headed all the time, but I'm not going to tell you that. That's between you and me. How can I be more sensitive to the needs and perspectives of everyone involved? Also, do I listen well generally? How can I listen even more lovingly and attentively? If you're not sure precisely what this card is urging you to do, or even if you are, you will benefit by organizing and attending to all your communications, including letters, emails, texts, and voicemail, social media, etc. Delete, shred, or cycle that you no longer need. Pay bills, deposit checks, update credit card information in general, attend details, read the fine print, and respond to any correspondence you have been putting off. Okay, so this spirit is encouraging you to get all the things clear, all the messaging and all the spaces in your life clear, so that you're basically like basically cleansing all lanes of communication, right? You may not necessarily like need to like specifically pay something early, or empty out like all the mail that you put to the side or anything, but just having these spaces clear just kind of gives a vibe of like, I am open to hearing. I'm open to receiving messages from others. Because you may not even know where you have that block up. You may think like, no, like if a friend or family member came up to me, like I would obviously listen to what they have to say. But like not every communication is necessarily coming to you from an obvious route. Some of these lanes of communication may be coming to you from more tertiary ways, and so you don't hear about them. You don't know that someone's trying to communicate with you in a more direct way, and you won't until you clear out these other lanes of communication. Maybe someone's been emailing you for like 5 months and you have no idea that they regularly are trying to get into communication with you. So just keep that open, especially if you've had some doubts. If you've been sitting there thinking, no one cares about my new project that I'm doing, no one cares, no one's listening, no one's trying to reach out to me about it, and then you start to clean out your emails and you have an email for someone who's trying to reach you for 3 weeks, specifically about the new thing that you're doing, well, there you go. That story was never true, okay? And I know I have some questions that are floating in here. If you would like for me to pull a couple of cards for you, feel free to put out the donut or the strawberry parfait gift. That is what I'm looking for today. And if you would like a more in-depth reading, I do have the butterfly or the metamorphosis. And thank you for the hearts that are coming in. Okay, so we're seeing a lot of the same. There is death as the first card for this collective reading, or for this tarot card, I should say. Death, we need to end something. Something needs to be done. Something needs to be completely over. First of all, definitely the stories that we're telling ourselves that aren't so nice. That's the first thing that needs to go. And there may also be other connections. If they're supporting these negative messages, these negative thoughts, or they're making you feel worse, there's no reason for them to be in your presence. So we need to get rid of the nasty negative thoughts and anyone who supports those nasty negative thoughts that are coming towards you. We also have the Two of Swords, so making a choice. First and foremost, the thing that comes to my mind is taking a bet on yourself, making a choice on yourself, putting your money on you. You're the one who needs to come and save you. You're the one who needs to support yourself 100%. Make that choice. If the choice is not about you or, some other thing that's less important, then if it's 2 people, 2 situations, 2 jobs, 2 whatever it is, that choice needs to be cleared out more. And the best way to choose which one is the most important is by choosing which one puts you on the path that you would want the most right now. Why do we keep putting off the things that we care about? Okay, because of fear, because we think we're not going to achieve it, because we don't want to fail. Put yourself on the path to be the most successful. Put yourself on the path for the things that you want, the goals that you have. I also have 7 of Swords. This may go along with some of the other things that I was saying before about not listening to people, thoughts, what have you, that leads us astray. The 7 of Swords is about trickery. It's about people who don't wish you the best. It's people who have bad intentions towards you. If you have any of that in your life, if you've been feeling iffy about a certain group, or maybe you know about it already, we need to back away from those negative intentions and negative thoughts, negative people who are in our lives. We don't need that. We don't want that. And it's not helpful, okay? And you may not know specifically. It's really easy to do when you know who these people are, where they're coming from, what their target kind of is. But if you're unsure, if anyone makes you feel uneasy, listen to your gut, because it feels like there's someone who doesn't wish you the best in the background. And with the 7 of Cups in reverse, they may be offering you some sort of choice, or making it seem like they have all these choices for you. They have all these alternative choices for you. You can choose between them or some other myriad of things. They may even want to decide for you. They may have been saying like, I know the way that you're supposed to go. be cautious of that. Be cautious of someone that you didn't ask to help you decide, who suddenly just has the best opinion in the world and wants to tell you in which direction to go. There's something a little fishy about that. There's something a little shady about that. You know, thank you, but no thank you, and maybe go on your way. If you would like to ask a question, the strawberry parfait emoji or the donut emoji would, gift is the most appreciated one right now. That's what I'm looking for. And if you would like a more in-depth reading, the butterfly or metamorphosis gift would be most appreciated. Thank you. Or something of equal value if there's something like a different gift better. Okay, so let me see. Let me go ahead and pull one more topic for us right now. We can read that, and then that will be the last form from me, unless somebody wants to ask a question. Okay, let me go ahead and shuffle this. Let's see what our next topic for the collective is. And Spirit says, breathe. Breathe, number 29. Thank you for the roses. So breathe at 29. If 29 is an important number for you, 2, 9, or 11, this message may be specifically important for you. Let me go ahead and get over there. And we have birth of new ideas, growth opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. When spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around you in your very core. Blossoms burst from the trees overnight, birds return home and sing their glorious song, and nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world, and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. Allow your heart to fill with enthusiasm. Let your light shine, for this is a time of good fortune. New energy, you guys. Oh, thank you so much, Al. Let me know what your question is if you have not put it in already. New energy enters old relationships, and new relationships are bursting with the sweetness and vibrancy only encountered when winter gives way to spring. This is a time to connect with others and share excitement, passion, and hearts full of joy. This card is a very auspicious sign with respect to love and partnerships in all forms. Okay, so we have good energy coming in, you guys. This is a time to just relax, sit back, and appreciate what we have around us. This is basically a gratitude card to appreciate what is going on. Okay, so we have a donut question from Al. And it says, does this person see me as an ideal partner? Ooh, oh wow. We have a, interesting. Okay, so we have 3 cards for you. The first one is the 6 of Wands in reverse. And, I'm kind of wondering about this card because you'll see the other 2 cards. It doesn't necessarily fit in. So I'm wondering if there was some sort of back and forth or competition over the other person or yourself, because I'm feeling like there was initial oh no, I don't know if we're gonna get together, or I think there's a third person here, or this person's still casually seeing others. There was something like that going on because we had the 6 of Wands in reverse, which is usually not a victory. So I'm feeling like there was some back and forth, and someone feels like, okay, yeah, so at first they felt like they didn't win, but now we have the Lovers card, and the Lovers card obviously is pretty self-explanatory in this case, so I would say the shortest answer is yes. This person does see you as their ideal partner. They see this going for a long while. They're taking this seriously. And with the Knight of Cups in reverse, I would say that there isn't anything else moving in at this time. So if that person's still around for other reasons, there are at work or a social group or something like that, there's no interruptions on their way. This seems like a solid beginning, so congrats on that. And I'm glad that card made sense to you, because I was I don't know why I would have a not victory before the Lovers card, but glad that resonated. If anyone else would like a personal reading before I start, you're welcome, Al. Before I start pulling for the breathe for the collective, this is prime time, and also if you would that's kind of my normal reading length, and so if you want something longer than that, then the butterfly or the metamorphosis gift would be appreciated. I have a card that's flipped the wrong way in here, but we'll find it when we find it. Let's see. Two of Swords again. Okay, let's get some different cards. I don't even have those next to each other, and somehow they come out again. I would like something different, Spirit. Nice. Well, you are welcome, Elle. Okay, let's get some couple cards before the end of this. Okay. Spirit tired. Maybe I'll get, oh, here we go. 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords. Making a choice. Okay, I've gotten these cards, specifically the 2 of Swords in reverse, like multiple times in a row. If you guys are stuck on a choice, now is really the time to make it. I mean, make it with like, you know, love and with like consideration, but there's something that like there's a decision that you're just completely avoiding right now. You're just like, I don't want to make, you need to make that decision, because I've gotten this card so many times in reverse that we're just not making a decision on something we want. And we already got the Oracle card of never-ending story. So we're telling ourselves something that isn't great, and we're not making a decision because of the story we're telling ourselves. That is the story we are telling ourselves. And I also got the 9 of Swords, which is the tarot card for negative thinking. So I'm getting this very strongly, you guys. If there is like a story we're telling ourselves that's super duper negative and that we're losing sleep over it and all these things because of the story we're telling ourselves, that is not a true story. That is the story, thank you, Teddy, that you are telling yourself. Please get rid of that story. Actually look at the facts and make a decision based off of the facts, and then see how you can move forward in a positive way and make whatever decision that you need to. Because I'm not sure what the decision is. I'm sure it's very different for everyone in the collective. Thank you so much, Teddy. Feel free to put your question down below. But please make that decision, because it's coming up. So it must be coming up for you guys. It must be something that you're holding on to. What does Teddy have to say? I'm kind of holding out here for your question. I haven't, oh, there it is. Okay, so is this relationship worth fighting for? We have one, let's see. Oh, let me read them. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I see. I'm thinking that this person is someone who is kind of hard to get, like not playing games type of way, but they're not making it easy for you, Teddy, are they? The 3 of Pentacles in reverse. They may also have a really strong like friendship group or family or some like surrounding people, very true, that are kind of making it like hard to infiltrate. Like you're kind of like a spy, like, hey, I'm just trying to talk to this person. That's okay. That's okay. You know, sometimes the best things that are worth fighting for, you do have to like put a little bit more effort in. But I'm seeing with the High Priestess, and I only read this upright. It came out reverse, but I only read this card upright because it basically means the same thing. It's like, you know, your gut is telling you something, go towards that. I think you do have some sort of like connection, or you're getting like certain vibes, or you're getting a signal from this person specifically, and you feel like you're moving in the right direction. If the signals are good and you know things are moving forward, even if it seems a little bit difficult, even if you're not getting the warmest welcome from others, people aren't good at reading their own intentions. Maybe they're putting up a fight because, you know, they're seeing that the attention that this person has for them is being put on you. And I don't mean that in like a romantic sense. I just mean, you know, they're having fun hanging out with their fun single friend, and now their fun single friend is talking to somebody. They're like, well, you're not going to pay attention to me once you start talking to Teddy, you know? So it may just be, I would trust your instincts. I think your instincts are guiding you in the right direction. And I kind of laughed when I got these cards out. I don't know if that was like apparent on here, but the Queen of Wands is one of my favorite cards in the deck. It's my strong, independent woman who don't need no man card. So I'm getting that this person is very independent and can do things on their own, and has been and has cultivated this group. Don't let the other people or her or them be intimidating, or make you like back down. If they are giving you the signs and you get the feeling that this person is open to you, they probably are, and that's what you should be paying attention to. Not the like weird vibes we're getting from like satellite people, right? Because they'll either cut it out or cut themselves out of the situation, right? If things progress with this other person. So I encourage it. I feel like you're getting the signals from them. Hope that resonates. We could probably do one more. If anybody else is interested in a personal reading, we can do the strawberry parfait, donut, or butterfly. If somebody wants a very detailed reading. If not, I'll just go ahead and tell you, thank you so much, Betty. I am here on TikTok. You are welcome. I am also here on YouTube. If you would like any of my pick a card long form readings, I have them on there. They're kind of getting pushed out by all the lives, so just go towards the Empress's Court playlist if you don't see them all the way, and I'll have pick a card readings that you can pick your pile and things like that. I also have Zodiac shorts on here and over there for this month, and I'll be coming out more next month, and I will see you next time in the Empress's Court. Thank you so much, you guys. Bye.